Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones, doing a little visiting on this Sunday morning. Hey, listen, there's a lot going on this week. This is a huge week for stocks and crypto, for the market actually, all right? So we got a lot going on. We have PCE numbers coming out, right? And that's the Fed's preferred gauge, right? So we're going to be measuring again inflation, and we're going to be seeing if in fact is there some more pressure with higher inflation as it pertains to the tariffs, right? Then we have GDP, gross domestic product. That's also coming out this week. It's like a triple witching for for inflation data, right? So we have those two happening. Then we have the FOMC meeting. So that starts like Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe. So the Fed will be making his decision, and then he will be having the meeting where the media will be asking all of the gotcha questions, causing the market to be on a rodeo. Get ready for the ride. You guys know I've aired about 20 of them here, right? Then we have Bitcoin news, which I'm going to share with you a little later in this video. And then we have a ton of earnings coming this week, including big tech, crypto like Hood, that type, and I believe Coinbase is reporting this week. I'm going to show you everything in a minute. For those of you that don't know, my name is Larry Jones. This is Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and give us a like right now for those of us that's been family for a while. But if you're new, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And this is brought to you by Stock Up U, which is my stock and crypto university. It will be in the description below. And Money Moves, which will be the top, where you could see all of my plays in real time, stocks and crypto. And there's an entire options for dummies course in there. All right. So just take a listen. So let's look at who's reporting this week. On Monday, we got Waste Management. OK, so these are the most anticipated earnings releases, July 28th. OK, we got Waste Management on Monday. We got Whirlpool on Monday. So Monday's really not a big day for me. And of course, some of the stock that we are in. But Tuesday is when it ramps up. We got SoFi, which I have a big position in SoFi. And I know a lot of you guys have PayPal and Visa, right? And then we got Starbucks down here, UPS, right? Spotify, all right? But the two biggies for me, or should I say the single biggie for me, is SoFi. And of course, Boeing is a massive company. Now, here's where it gets really, really big, especially for big tech. We got Meta and Microsoft, right? So we got Meta and Microsoft, Qualcomm, and ARM all reporting on Wednesday, right? So, but look at Thursday. We got CVS, but we have Amazon. Amazon is massive. And we got Roblox, because we're in Roblox, right? But look at this. On Thursday, we have Coin, but on Wednesday, we have Robinhood. So Robinhood and Coin, look, let's pay close attention to see the movement in that, because those are the type that will make money off of the crypto bill, the Genius Act, stable coins, and all of that. And of course, we have a ton of Roblox. But look at this as far as crypto goes. We got Strategy, right? So let's look at what Robinhood, Strategy, and Coinbase does in the area of crypto. And then, of course, a lot of you have Reddit. Trump announces EU deal with 15% tariff. Now, there's still stuff to talk about and to discuss to get this off the ground. But as you can see here in the bullet points, President Donald Trump and the European Commission president announced the U.S. has reached a trade deal with the European Union. It's a very powerful deal, he says. The U.S. president has previously threatened 30% tariffs on goods from the EU, and his meeting with von dear, Trump said that it was a 50-50 chance they'd make a deal. So it's not a deal, just a 50% chance of a deal. So as they shake hands, let's hope and pray that this deal goes through, all right? We need that, all right? So I'm looking at the pre-markets right now. Let's just see what's going on with it. It's too early to tell. You'll get a better read, of course, Monday morning in the pre-markets. But so far, not much, right? Not much is happening. So what else do we have? Bitcoin. This is what's going on with Bitcoin. You got Bitcoin news, right? Trump executive order halts U.S. Bitcoin sales, establish strategic reserve. Now, that may sound negative, but it's actually positive. So as you dig in deeper, you'll see Trump's executive order bans U.S. government, all right, Bitcoin sales. So the Bitcoin that they have conservatorship over now, all right, that they took over cannot be sold. The policy aims to stabilize markets, but may increase volatility by removing a liquidity source, which undeclared reserves size. Critics highlight conflicts as Trump organization profits via crypto ventures like, the Trump coin. But look at this. Long-term implementations remain uncertain, right? Balancing U.S. digital assets leaderships with transparency and accountability concerns. So we need to, the truth be told, that Trump coin needs to go away. It was a liquidity grab. But I do like the fact that the government has Bitcoin that it cannot sell. And of course, the banking was against it. Banks could not even hold Bitcoin. Now they can, all right, in like a custodial account. So that's what's going on with that. So let's just take a look on the news of the EU deal. You can see Bitcoin back up to 119K. But look at Ethereum. Ethereum, like I said, was a sleeping giant that is waking up, and that is going to lead the rest of the alts to a realistic, measurable alt season. And this is what we need to see. We need to see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin, right? And then we need to see Bitcoin give up its dominance and start moving to ETH and the other altcoins, which will cause meme coins to pump. All right, so good people. On last night, I gave my inspirational message. I gave it last night, and I'm telling you, it was powerful. So you're going to see it come up in your upper right-hand corner after you check out Money Moves and Stock Up You. Listen, they didn't tell us. They did not tell us. When I graduated from high school and went to a 2-year college, right, in the computer industry, and I realized that I was underprivileged with knowledge. They withheld knowledge for me. I remember going home crying to my mother saying that they held back. So all of these kids from all over the city of Chicago was coming, and they knew a lot of stuff that I just didn't have the information. They never taught us. No books, not even a mention, right? And then when I first learned about investing, was these people had Roth IRAs that was set up from their parents. But your parents and my parents, they weren't taught this, right? So this has, again, it has nothing to do with color, good people. It has everything to do with classism. That's what I love about this page. All races, all ages, and all sexes, right? Or should I say both sexes? So that's what I want to share with you guys. They did not invite us to the table. So what do? We build our own table, right? We've been lied to since day one. From school one, we've been lied to, and they withheld. Why? Because they want to bombard us with buy. I dare you to write down how many commercials you see. Try to watch anything on TV and watch how many commercials you see with buy. And no one has been teaching from grade 1 until graduation on how to invest. They teach you to put your money in these worthless banks. Not all of them, but a lot of them are worthless banks. They pay you 0.05% and they're making from 5 to 7% while they sleep. That's passive off of your money. Well, it's time for you to wake up. Did you know Moses was praying to God and literally God told him, stop praying? That's literally in the good book. He said, stop praying and get up and do something. I'm going to talk about that next week in my inspiration. He literally said, stop praying. I gave you the answer already. All right. So that's what I'm going to say to one of two of you. If you're complaining about bills, high bills, whether it be your car bill, your mortgage, light bill, even health problems, like you're paying these outrageous bills. What we have to do as a people is to liberate ourselves financially from this system. And so that's why I come here. So this is my inspiration. Now, I want everyone to do two things. I want you to first go to the description below, check out Money Moves and Stock Up You, and then watch this video if you really want to know what's going on.